now. We're going to keep it in Major League Baseball, but talk a little Yankees. Your boy Aaron Judge has been a little off, right? I don't want to be too hard on the guy.
No, you got to call it like it is.
Ever since the home run derby, maybe the home run derby curse, he hasn't been hitting home runs like he used to. On Friday, he finally got one, his first home run since July 7th. Do you think that Judge is back on track now and going to return to his first half performance, or is it still a little questionable?
I think he's back on track. I really like that the last two games he's worked some walks. That's what really got that on-base percentage through the roof, leading the league for much of the first half of the season. I think he's going to return to a 335 guy who's on base 450, who's hitting 30 home runs in half the season, another 30 in the second half, right there in leads for leading the league with runs and RBIs. It might be a lot to heap on the guy. Now, he can still do it. I think we need to temper those expectations from the first half back a little bit. But what I've seen in the last 2 days, that pitch he hit yesterday for a home run was a horrible pitch. It was a cement mixer, as Danny Graves likes to say. He hung one, and what great hitters do is they make you pay for your mistakes. That's what Aaron Judge did. And in the course of doing it, he broke StatCast. The home run was too high for StatCast to
How
even gauge.
that even happens, I don't know.
That's the power of the Judge. But I like the real indication for me is working those walks because the swing started getting long. He's had about every game since the All-Star break he's struck out in. He wasn't striking out as much in the first half. I think he's getting a little homer happy. Maybe the Derby fed into that, as it does, as we've seen before with Bobby Abreu and some other players who've won the Derby and came out slow in the second half. I'm not going to say he's back on track for the first half style Aaron Judge we saw, but those walks, those worked at bats, getting deep into the count. He always seemed to be hitting 3-2 in the first half, making the pitchers sweat and making it easier on the hitters behind him in the lineup. I saw a little bit of that the last 2 days in Seattle from Judge, and that's a great